February in this country, losing by rear naked choke.
Yeah, this is a potential banana skin type fight for Morgane. You know, against a wily veteran who's dangerous.
A Zong wily veteran.
Very good. Morgane coming out of that southpaw stance as well. You see he's almost taekwondo-esque in her approach, very wide stance. May look to throw that lead side kick either to the leg or to the midsection.
Is that just calculating the distance, sorry, to hit hard, or?
Downloading the data at the minute, yeah, just to gauge where her opponent is.
Oh, going in with a high kick.
Needs to be a little bit cleaner with that high kick. You know, you cannot leave it out like that.
I don't know if you saw, but Veronica Greno did not move at all. She didn't even try to move her head. She just watched it go by. Didn't flinch or anything.
It's a little bit cleaner. May try and use that rear southpaw kick to the body, but again, using that side kick just to gauge distance. That's not bad from Veronica. Tried the calf kick and parlay that into an overhand. Even the difference in the way they move, it's a little bit cleaner, a little bit bouncier from Morgane, whereas a little bit more plodding from Veronica. Interestingly though, neither fighter has moved their head off the center line in the opening 90 seconds. With any shot that's been thrown, they've covered up. They're not slipping to the side, they're not throwing feints. So that makes you think that a straight shot right down the middle can land.
That's what she wanted. Veronica Greno just breaking the distance, now sticking to the body of Morgane Dehaye.
Morgane trying to break that grip, and this is smart from the veteran Veronica.
It is.
Take the sting out of the crowd a little bit, take that momentum away from your opponent a little bit.
Well, she was also handicapped by the reach advantage of Morgane Dehaye. Because even if you said she had a couple of furries that were pretty good to getting close, but I mean, she didn't really cover a lot of distance with that hand. A little bit of a timid uppercut we saw earlier.
Holding onto the cage a little bit, trying to get the hook in is Veronica.
Morgane Dehaye also training with Paul Denat, one of the big stars here in the Hexagon. It's all the big family.
I'd like to see Greno try and get the takedown in this position. Yes, it's good to have the back taken, but you know, you're not going to do anything really impactful if you're just holding on to the back.
Yeah, but she doesn't have this tank attitude. She's not really super aggressive. Once again, we got a girl who's a very good student. She's just doing things that she learned very smoothly. She's trying her best, but I don't feel the killer instinct in Veronica Greno. So I don't think that's what you're going to get.
Nice reversal, knee to the midsection from Morgane. Morgane doing a little bit more now. I'd like to see her separate. I believe that she holds a distinct striking advantage, so I'd like to see her utilize that a little bit more. Partisan crowd really getting behind Morgane right now. Action unfolding right in front of us. Neither fighter has really stamped their authority on the fight just yet. Just as I say that, a beautiful elbow over the top from Morgane.
We wanted to see some explosiveness. It came from the French side.
Yeah, that was a real hallmark of her fight against Sarah Vaites, was those little crashing elbows in the clinch, roughing up her opponent.
Referee asking for some action. He's trying her best now with almost some shoulder shots. Pressure put on by Morgane Dehaye.
You know, Morgane being
that knee, just trying to find the target.
Morgane being a lot more proactive. You know, at the minute it seems like Veronica's just kind of holding on. Maybe trying to set up a throw here. You can see that she's clasped down on the arm. Big takedown.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, Veronica with the overhook here as opposed to trying to be more proactive, trying to get that underhook. Nice short elbows again from Morgane.
Now, when you check the record of Veronica Greno and the fact that she stopped for a very, very long time being an active fighter, I got to say that this is one of a very high-end challenge. You know, after many years away from the cage, you come back. Okay, you're on a small show in France, and then you come back in front of 6,000 people with all the So many eyes all over the planet. It's a tough deal for her. And she's being woman handled at the end of this first round. Southpaw from France, Morgane Dehaye. The veteran from Paraguay in front in the white and blue gloves.
Shades of a Korean kick. You can see Morgane now upping the output.
Oh!
Beautiful standing side
God.
kick.
That was a Chuck Norris style side kick.
That
Unbelievable.
was some sweet chin music right there.
You're right.
She tries to throw it again.
Yeah, she's gonna get too confident on that one.
She's tuning up the band. I would like to see her just get back to the fundamentals with the strikes.
Yeah, you can't be too overconfident, no, because
that's
she's dancing around, doing the side kicks. Maybe she doesn't take her opponent.
You're still in there with another professional.
Exactly.
And as we've seen, you know, all it takes is one moment to change the complexity of a fight entirely. But she's up in the frequency. She's now throwing more feints. She's moving up and down, moving around a little bit, trying to get her opponent to bite on one of those feints. Big shot over the top.
Once again, Veronica not moving her head at all.
That's again, like that head has not come off the center line at all. Now attacking the body with those side kicks.
Oh, why did she stop? I think that was her only saving grace, was just to grab the body of Morgane Dehaye. Yeah, that side kick. And she's got trouble just getting up. Oh, nasty high kick.
Laces right to the mouth.
Veronica Greno is suffering. I don't know how she's still standing, because she took that one flush.
Hey, she is tough. That is one tough 4-year-old. Good head positioning now from Morgane. And again, just getting serious arc on those knees. As that head buried underneath the chin of her opponent.
Again the knees to the thighs.
She could work for a takedown here, or she could quite simply disengage and keep working the striking. Trying to ice big takedown.
Or you can score some points on a takedown. That was the other option.
Right.
That's the one chosen by Dehaye.
This is a danger. We've seen, like, when you go for an ankle lock, a heel hook, a calf crush, you have to dedicate both hands to it. So if Morgane's able to spring up and sit up, she has free rein to land big shots.
She's gonna steal this up. They're gonna have the same idea.
And it's what you call a 50-50 leg entanglement. Veronica trying to isolate a leg here, but I'm not quite sure she's going to have it. Doesn't have, that's the leg out. I think the point of the leg's out. She's going to end up giving up her back. Could switch to the knee bar. Oh, this could be, nope. Doesn't quite have the point of it turned. It's going to try and transition into the heel hook, reverse heel hook.
Tell the referee to stay away, because this is the guy who, you know, who stood the fighters up on a submission attempt last show, so.
Is that the Nascimento fight?
I don't remember, yeah.
No, if I'm Morgane here, I'm going to land some strikes. A little bit of hand fighting going on. Oh, beautiful. So you can just do a little bit more of that.
You know how you call that in German? Hammerfist.
Well played. This is nice work. Beautiful hammer fist. And the leg's free right now if she just wants to set up in towards her opponent. She's doing a good job of keeping everything nice and compressed. Morgane landing some lovely shots from here. There's scope here for elbows. Downward elbows are legal. She could get that 12-6 right to the ear.
She decided to tenderize the meat now on the body of Greno. She's kind of helpless, Greno, now.
Yeah. That's a beautiful elbow. Yes! That's what we wanted to see. A little bit of legitimate violence.
And the crowd reacting every time that Dehaye actually hits a shot, even a small one.
This is some lovely ground and pound.
Yeah, but we're not going to get the finish. No, you can't hit the boob.
Just trading shots now. A little bit of ego coming into play, I think.
Well, she was very confident in the second round. Morgane Dehaye even playing to the crowd, dancing around, prancing. Second advice given by Johnny Furchet in the corner. Dehaye knows what she has to do. 5 minutes in this third round.
Seriously, Veronica's head has not left the center line once during this fight.
Also, she doesn't seem to have a big neck. You know, her head is like completely sunken into her traps.
Oh, there's another big head kick. You just feel that Dehaye is so much quicker to the punch, so much quicker to the kick.
Well, she does everything better, basically.
Yeah.
Except her tan.
Just looking for a home for that big straight left, but you know, you can't just be throwing that as a single shot. You need to set that up with maybe like a double jab to close the distance and pop that left right down the middle.
Going back to the high kick. The winning formula.
Hands very, very high on Morgane. And Veronica is she's just reacting, or sometimes not in the case of absorbing that head kick. She's not offering anything offensive, proactive, dangerous of her own.
Well, even in the first round, when she was supposed to be at 100%, she was not really aggressive.
Yeah.
She did have this one combo that...
she stopped midway through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now after 11, 12 minutes of hard-fought action, see, she can't do much. She's not going to cover any space. She's not going to touch any time. And even if she does, is she going to hurt? Probably not. You know what, Morgane Dehaye, she impressed in her first fight here in the Hexagon with that win, but it was a decision.
Yeah.
And I think if she wants to be a great champion now, she said it, she focuses all on MMA. She needs to be a finisher too.
Yeah, that's what draws people in. That's what draws organizations in. That's what draws sponsors in.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's a solid performance, but you do feel that there is another gear there for Morgane.
Of course. She's got the attitude, she's got a character, charisma, but now she needs to have this the killer instinct I was telling about. Protecting herself from the knees, no danger whatsoever.
Trying to break that grip, and again, that 50-50 position when you're clinching is just so zapping. Morgane essentially up 2.5 rounds. You know, there's no real urgency on her part to try and break from this. You know, she's safe here. She's not absorbing damage. She's thinking, hey.
Phil, I'm disappointed because you promised a second round stoppage. It didn't happen.
I know, man. I'm losing my touch.
And it doesn't seem like it's going to happen in round 3 either.
It does not, which is disappointing. You know, there's a little bit of a lack of urgency from either fighter right now. You know, it's a real solid performance, start to finish, from Morgane. But just as I say, I would like to see a little bit more urgency. That's kind of maybe the fan in me wants to see the finish.
No, but you're right. That's how you create a star, especially if you do all your communication on the fact that you want to be okay, you want to travel the world, you want to be a big name in the business. You cannot be a big name if you're not a finisher. You can be the 200-0 if all your fights are boring in decisions. What's going to happen? You're not going to stay in the history books. One minute to go now in this straw weight battle. 115 pounds and under.
Yeah, as much as we've said about the spinning back fist attempt from Veronica, turning it up with 48 seconds left.
You think she did it on purpose? Yeah, covering up on the high kick.
Yeah, you have to give credit to Veronica. You know, she is as tough as they come. She stayed in there. She's eating some big shots, primarily the kicks, but just hasn't really been able to offer much in the way of offense. Grandstand finish. Are we going to get it? Crowd are calling for it.
Come on, you need to explode. Oh, yes! We almost got it. The spinning kick. Few seconds to go. Dehaye needs to explode. The fireworks. Nope, no knockout.
But hey, you know, we also need to take into consideration this is only our 4th professional bout. You know,
nous avons une décision unanime dans le coin rouge. Morgane Dehaye!
No surprise here. Unanimous decision for Morgane Dehaye, the red corner.
Morgane, c'est parti fort. Tu l'as vu prendre son envol, on t'a vu. Et puis ensuite,
so you started very strong, and then you just slowed things down. And I guess you listened really to what your corner had to say. Yeah, it's true. I was really trying to get this ankle lock. I was following the advice on my coach. I listened to them. I stayed very calm. I remembered everything I did in training. I was trying to feel it. I was in control. Even when I was in danger, I was in control. So you're now 4-0. Yeah, that was 15 minutes tonight. That was 15 minutes more in my career, more experience. I'm more aware of what's coming up now. I was very concentrated, even more than usual. I really listened to everything my coaches said, and I'm just gaining some experience, and I hope that you were entertained tonight. Yeah, I hope that you were entertained by my kicks, especially.
What is it that you want next?
Un combat très vite, s'il vous plaît, Monsieur Pourru.
I want to fight very soon, Mr. Pourru. She's asking, begging to the president of the company